Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. And we're having another great week. We're starting off on a good foot, aren't we, everybody? Everybody's having a good old time. You're having a good fucking week. You're just having the most productive Monday right now, aren't you? Yeah, you're fucking crushing it. You decided that you're going to take charge this week. You're going to fucking ramp it up. You're going to get after it and get that promotion, aren't you? You're going to go for that. You're going to go for your promotion. You're going to fucking hit that PR in the gym this week. Why is this weirdly inspirational right off the top? I don't know. It was just feeling the direction. Felt like we all needed some words of positive affirmation. Probably because I'm feeling productive as all hell today. Yeah, I'm actually recording this on time. Recording this on a Sunday. Dude, when's the last time I did that? When's the last time this got out when it was supposed to? I don't know. You tell me. You're the ones who pay attention to it more often. Or, Wade, maybe you should check your catalog. You're right. I should. I have an entire library that has dates on it. I've been productive as hell, dude. Got the meal prepped, practiced some golf, watched some golf, hung out with the girlfriend, hung out with my dad. You know, life is recording the podcast, got all the laundry done, gonna take the dog on a walk to end the Sunday. You can't beat it, okay? I'm feeling productive. I'm feeling ready. Feeling sharp. Sharp as a tack, okay? I'm ready to fucking go, dude, and I'm trying to help you get ready to go, okay? Got to set yourself up for success. I guess we'll use words of affirmation. I don't know why we're getting Italian with it, but you got to put a little seasoning on your thoughts. A little oregano. But oregano, not oregano, because you don't want to say no. You want to get after it. Welcome to my motivational podcast. You know, I listen to this podcast that really helps me feel motivated. What's it called? Not Worth the Time. The most negative sounding podcast ever for motivational talk. But I hope you're having a good one, guys. I needed a productive streak, okay? You get in those pockets, you know. Everything in life is peaks and valleys, and sometimes you hit a pocket. Because up until today, I feel like I've been a bum, dude. I've just been a consumer. Just the almighty inhaler of not only food, but fucking media and just entertainment. Just hoard it in. Just being a glutton, dude. Just being an absolute glutton, taking in all of whatever was making me feel good or entertaining me or tasted good. Just being an absolute consumer. There's nothing wrong with being a consumer now and then, but you can overindulge. And I've been overindulgent, dude. I love it. I've been catching up on some good shows lately. I've been watching so much TV, so many movies, dude. Just loving it. I've been watching The Bear. I don't know if any of you guys have been catching up on that show. The hit series The Bear. It's pretty good. About culinary stuff. It's really gotten you inspired. It makes you want to cook more. Well, that's why I got back into the meal prep. Watching somebody cook 5-star gourmet meals made me go, you know what? I should really think about oven roasting some chicken for this week. Watching some guy dedicating his entire being into being able to create a bolognese sauce that'll get a 5-star Michelin rating made me go, I need to, pour a little herbs and butter on some fucking chicken breasts and make some wild rice for this week. I need to really get my macros in check. Watching somebody compete and do their thing at the highest level made me go, I need to go do the half-ass version of what I do. That's like me watching the Open this weekend, just watching people master the art of golf and me going, I need to go practice now. You got no shot at recreating that, Wade. You think you can hit a cut? You think you can hit a cut into a green in 30-mile-an-hour wind? You can't hold it up. You can't hold up that shot. Just like you can't make a fucking cordon bleu. You can't make a chicken cordon bleu. You suck at it. You're right. I can't. I suck at cooking. But I can get inspired. Why can't I get inspired, And the Bear is doing that for me. Much like I'm inspiring you to do your week the best you can, and the Bear inspired me to get back in pan roast my chicken, dude. It's been good. I like the show. This season's been a weird one, though. And the fact that it's very artsy, they had a lot of filler episodes, I felt like, this year. This season, they had a lot of filler episodes, a lot of very artsy-fartsy shot episodes where it was just nothing but montages of things that happened in the past. And I'll be honest with you, we already knew all that stuff happened. There was a lot of episodes really not moving the needle forward in telling the story or filling in gaps. It's stuff we already knew. And I don't know if they just were like, there's a bunch of new people are going to be watching. They're not going to watch the first 2 seasons. Yeah, they are. The first 2 seasons are on demand right before it. They're going to binge watch it all if they haven't. Nobody jumps to season 3. And if you do, you're a psycho. I can understand back in the day when there was actual appointment TV, like some crazy person, you jump into the middle of a TV show that's been on for 3 seasons. You don't have the money to go buy the DVD box set of the first 2 seasons and catch up. No, you got to get lucky unless you have TiVo. You got to get real lucky and then get caught up on the first 2 seasons on reruns, okay? That's the only way you're getting caught up, is if you're sitting down on the couch just praying they're going to play the last week's episode before. Just pray to God. Oh, this Saturday they're doing a marathon of Home Improvement so I can catch up on the first 2 seasons of what Tim Allen was up to. That's the only excuse. Nowadays, everybody's starting from the beginning, okay? That's how you judge a show right away. You watch the first 3 episodes of some show that's been out for 3 seasons, and you determine if it's even worth your time at that point. 3 episodes. That's how I watch TV. You get 3 episodes. And if the second one's horrific, I won't even give you 3. But normally it's a bare minimum of 3. And if you can't reel me in by that 3rd episode, I'm fucking gone, dude. Okay, studio execs, I'm fucking out of here. I'm walking out the door. You can keep the kids. That's how I treat my TV shows. But the Bear has just been very artsy-fartsy. So I guess if you just jumped in on season 3 like a psycho, you got caught up, I guess, in the first 2 episodes. And here's my problem with these montages, right? They're not filling in any new information, and it's still leaving me with a ton of questions. Like, the lead actor in The Bear, I forget this kid's name. He's in everything. He was in Shameless. He was in that new The Claw movie. I think it was called The Iron Claw, I think is what it was called. The wrestling movie. I should know that by now, The Bear lead actor. Yeah, Jeremy Allen White. Yeah, Jeremy Allen White, right? They show his dude is jacked, and he's a cook. He works for a 5-star restaurant, and Jeremy's jacked, okay? He got real jacked for that wrestling movie, and I think he was still kind of cutting back. He was kind of always a fit dude, right? But he's jacked. And here's my problem. They show so much detail of these people and little things in their lives and how they got to this and this. And his whole personality within The Bear, and I'm not spoiling anything here, is he's obsessed with cooking, right? He leaves his whole family to go become a culinary genius, right? Goes and studies overseas and goes fucking studies in New York under some great chefs. That's what he does. He lives, breathes, sleeps fucking culinary, right? And this dude is jacked. They're showing all this other montage stuff. They never once show him doing push-ups or anything in order to get jacked. Not one fucking time do they ever just show this guy just like, I'm going to hit some pull-ups before I go into my shift tonight at the restaurant. He literally goes, watches people on how to fucking keep sauce in it. He throws some sauce on the fucking scallop. You got to keep that thing sauced up. He just shows him saucing stuff up, and then he goes home, crashes, and goes to sleep. Never shows him hitting a pull-up bar. Never see him walk into an Anytime Fitness and run on the treadmill. You can't work in the culinary industry, smoke cigarettes the way he does, and be that jacked, okay? You can't do it. And I'm just saying, if you're going to do a whole montage, you can't. That's the rule of montage. A montage shows you getting better at something and working out, like reading books. He's drawing and sketching food, but hit him with a workout in there just so I'm like, okay, there he is working out. Okay, I can understand how he got jacked. He's at least making time for his health, you know. This guy has destroyed his mental health, his relationships with his family. He has just completely thrown everything on the back burner except food, right? His health, and I know we smoke cigarettes, not really that healthy, but if you're that jacked, you got biceps, you're going and hitting a gym for a little bit. Throw that in the montage. That's what the montage was created off of, okay? Showing food creation montage is a new thing, okay? Culinary montage is a completely new ballgame. We started the montage for working out to get dudes pumped to be like, I got to start hitting the gym more. And it was all the dudes in the 80s who were just doing upper body. He is the epitome right now of upper body. He just got jacked forearms. I have no idea what Jeremy Allen White's legs look like, but I can't imagine they're that toned. You know, I didn't watch the wrestling movie he was in, but I'm sure he was wearing little skinny underwear. Maybe he has good legs. Who knows? But according to this show, I don't think he lifts. He just has superior genetics somehow and is just bulked. He's just cooking. Somehow, just being in a kitchen has made him jacked as fuck. Which makes you wonder if the food's any good. If you're jacked as hell, and I don't know if I can trust you for making my food, man. I don't know. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just being prejudiced. Maybe there's jack cooks out there. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. If you're making a 5-star restaurant, I guess you could be jacked as fuck, right? Because the portion sizes are small. You know, you're kind of eating that way. You could be jacked as hell. But, dude, I'm not going to a barbecue spot if it doesn't look like the guy who runs that smoker has been out back having a couple beers after he's making the brisket every day, okay? You got to be over 250 if you're making brisket. That's how you know it's good, because he's been sampling. So that's my thing that bothers me about the bear. I just want to know where he's getting jacked. I just need one scene where like his girlfriend or something comes in and he just happens to be, oh, sorry, you hit me. That's going to make the girls go, woo! Anyway, right? That's a good thing. Throwing a little shirtless episode real quick, just hitting some pull-ups, hit him with that full house, woo! Girl kisses him, boom. That just solve that one thing for me, writer's room. Help me not feel like I'm suspending belief. The dumb things I think about instead of just enjoying the show. Yeah. But I can suspend belief for George of the Jungle for an hour and a half. That guy legitimately runs in the trees, and he survives it. He indents into trees. He leaves pot marks for his face. George of the Jungle is strong enough to do that. You know, I believe that. I can go with that. My girlfriend gave me shit about watching George of the Jungle while she was out of town. She texted me. She's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, watching George of the Jungle. And she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? Well, it's a good movie. And she's like, you're a child. And I was like, I texted her back. I said, listen, I'm having my dino nuggies and my hash browns and watching George of the Jungle. I am having a great night. I don't need you bringing your negativity into my world right now. I was having a good old time, okay? George of the Jungle, if you haven't seen it, Brendan Fraser made a huge comeback recently. You know, it was in The Whale. Complete opposite vibe of what George of the Jungle is. Don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I've been told. So I've been told. You know, but George of the Jungle holds up, guys. Still really funny, comically written really well, good for all ages. I'm telling you, 10 out of 10. It's on Disney. That's how I found it. It happened to pop up my feed, and I was like, man, Disney Plus knows what I need right now, and it's a man in a loincloth swinging through trees and fucking running into them, dude. And just slapstick humor. It's classic slapstick humor. It's the Three Stooges in the jungle, people. You can't beat it. Yeah, see what I mean? I've been a little piggy for media recently. I've just been watching nothing but just TV shows and movies and catching up on all of it. And in fact, I'm just trying to stay up to date, guys. Like you, much of you. I'm just trying to stay up to date, trying to stay in the cultural talking points, make sure I'm on top of things, you know? And that's when I just recently saw the newest blockbuster drop, dude. And boy, howdy, was it a drop. Let's say it was a barn dropping out of the sky. That's how much of a drop it was. And that's the new Twister movie, guys. Woo! If you haven't seen Twisters yet, woo. Boy, get yourself some popcorn and go to the movies. This is one of those ones I'm super glad I went to the movie theater for. There's certain movies that are definitely built to see on those big screens with the surround sound and the way they do it, and it was awesome. You know, just you felt like you were in the storm the whole time. It was fucking great. The only thing it was missing was people like attendees standing in the aisles like mist, it's spraying mist, so you felt like you were getting hit with water. Otherwise, you felt like you were kind of in it, dude. They did a fucking crazy job with special effects and everything. It was a really cool movie. But it got me to thinking because, much like the original Twister, recently rewatched that before. I watched that the night before I went and saw Twisters. So I watched the original Twister with Bill Paxton. Oh, my God, dude. Fucking, that movie still rips. Rips so hard, and it's so fun. I love that it's still the whole dynamic. It's like I think that was early 90s. I think that was 91 or 93. One of those, I think it was 93. No, it would have been after. It would have been 99, I think, is when Twister came out. I think Twister came out in 99, I think. But either way, it was after Jurassic Park because on the box cover we have it on VHS because we're cool like that. And it says from the the producer of Jurassic Park, or director of Jurassic Park. Anyway, is Twister, and it's I just love that it's always like the rich kids versus the ragtag bunch. That was like an 80s trope, and it continued into the 90s for a long time. They love that whole trope. The old ragtag team against these guys who got all the equipment, and the rich guys. They're the bad guys. They're the ones not doing it for the right reasons, you know? I love that trope. I do love that trope. But watching that movie, man, it's so fucking good. Twister holds up so well. If you haven't seen Twister in a long time, highly recommend it. Great fucking flick. You gotta love it. And then there was Twisters, and they kind of this one even feels even more science heavy because like the whole first one is about trying to collect data on tornadoes. Like that makes sense, right? Especially back then, we didn't have a lot of protocol or things that were helping with tornadoes and like watching them and alerting people about them. So there was like this whole movie about that, and probably inspired a lot of people to get into meteorology and who are now helping create those programs and different things that help people get warnings about tornadoes. And Twisters kind of picks up off of that, and even though it's set in like, I believe it doesn't really give it like a year, I guess, but it gives that kind of vibe that it's right now. I mean, there's YouTube in it, so it's clearly pretty pop. You know, it's what I think modern day is what I would put. And they don't hit everything that is current with like tornado technology, but they tried their best. And that's where I found this article that I think is really fun because I wanted to learn more about tornado science because I'm a fucking dork, and that's what Not Worth the Time is me finding stuff for you guys that is not worth your time researching, but I'll find it. Hey, is this a slideshow? Oh, no, this isn't a slideshow. God damn it. Hold on. Sorry. Go back. Here we go. I'm back to the story. So I found this article. It's right here. Twisters movie, NWT, Tornado Science, and the staff behind the scenes. So this article explains like how they got some of the science and did some of the tricks and stuff in the movie. So I thought we'd read this and see what's that. Heading to the theaters to see the new Twisters movie, keep an eye out for NOAA. You'll see NOAA logos, props, and people as unpaid extras throughout. Our scientists worked hard behind the scenes with producers to make the science as accurate and as realistic in some parts as possible. Right, because it's a movie about tornadoes and you can't be completely accurate, you know? Sometimes you got to drive a car into a fucking tornado, like you're Vin Diesel. It's for the family, and just fucking drive right into that tornado. You watch Fast and Furious, like what 15 it'll come out. Vin Diesel's gonna somehow create a tornado with a Rav4. He's just gonna be spinning donuts and create a fucking dust silo, and just fucking he's gonna throw it at a bad guy somehow. Vin Diesel will create a tornado with a car in an upcoming Fast and Furious movie. Mark my words. Cut it. Mark it. I said it. The Twisters plot follows competing storm-chasing teams as they come together to try to predict and possibly tame the intense power of tornadoes. Did you know that the main female character of Twisters movie is a fictional NOAA meteorologist? Really? Wow, she's a real... Okay, interesting. And remember, while it's exciting to think that of chasing tornadoes, please don't attempt it by yourself. Whether you call them twisters or tornadoes, these storms in real life are far from entertainment. They are deadly forces of nature. Yeah, dude, I know people who do go chase tornadoes. If you're from the Midwest in any capacity, you know at least a handful of people who go, yeah, man, I like going and driving into those storms, and they're fucking nuts, and you try to tell them every time, don't do that. And they still go do it. And, you're going to feel sad if something happens to them, but at the same time, you did what you could. You can't stop somebody from driving into the storm. And tornadoes are no joke, dude. I had some friends recently. There was the biggest storms have hit the Midwest in recent history this year, and the one in Nebraska hit some friends of mine, and it sucked. It like took out their brand new house and that they just moved into, and it's a fucking shitty situation. And you don't want to fuck with these things, man. That's why I still like the fact that there are professional tornado chasers, which is a real thing. There's a whole documentary, I believe, like on Hulu or Netflix about these guys who chase tornadoes, and they claim they're professional. I don't know how you become a professional tornado chaser. I don't know what qualifies you or gives you license to call yourself a professional. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be a lot like open mics for comics, okay? I know a lot of open mic comedians who are like, no, I'm a working comic. And I was like, you don't pay your bills with this. So I guess you'd be a professional tornado chaser if you're paying your bills somehow with that. You're a professional storm chaser in that. If you're paying your bills, I guess you're a professional. That's how I would classify it. But I'm sure there's a lot of people stealing tornado valor. But, yeah, don't chase tornadoes, guys. It's scary. And if you've ever seen one in person, it's not cool. It's fucking terrifying. Every year, 2024 included, tornadoes carve paths of intense destruction in just minutes, causing tragic loss of life and property. I'm glad they did the sentence in that order, life and property. Remember, things can be replaced. Your soul can't. This whole article has been brought to you by the Church of Jesus Christ. Just like characters in the movie, real NOAA scientists are focused on saving lives in the face of these potential lethal storms. For accurate forecasts and timely warning from NOAA National Weather Service, to researchers working on cutting edge to increase knowledge and create better tools in monitoring storms. We are working every day to keep people safe and communities intact. Join us back here this summer to feature content including more videos and real-life tornado science versus what you see in Twisters. An inside look into the latest NOAA tornado service is a virtual backstage tour of the NOAA's role in consulting the movie. So these are videos that they can apparently they did to consult the producers. So I thought this would be cool to fucking check out. So we'll check out a couple here. So spoiler alert, if you haven't, you can stop watching this podcast right here if you want. But they'll give a couple different things away. I don't think it'll take anything away from the movie, hopefully. I haven't watched any of these videos yet, but to give you an idea of scenes that might have happened. So here you go.
Have you ever wondered what you should do if you encounter a tornado while driving?
I sure as
It
fuck
might
have.
seem like a good idea to take shelter under an overpass or a bridge, but that is absolutely not a good idea. In fact, overpasses may be one of the worst places to seek shelter from a tornado, as they can put you at a much greater risk of being killed or seriously injured by flying debris. So what are you supposed to do? Well, first, your best option is to pay close attention to the weather and not be on the road in severe storms in the first place. If you do
You hear that? You shouldn't be fucking driving in the first place. You should be watching the weather. You ever wonder why your grandparents always had the weather app on? It's because they know. They're putting it on the weather channel because they're like, I'm going to know before I leave this house that I'm not walking into shit. Okay? There's a reason down in Oklahoma and any place in Tornado Alley, they got the weather channel on at all points of the day, okay? So don't you be driving out there.
Encounter a tornado while driving, try to get off the road and find the closest sturdy shelter. If you have no other options, pull over and park. Stay in the car with your seatbelt on, put your head down below the windows and cover up. If you think you can get lower than the level of the roadway, exit your car and lie in that area, covering your head with your hands.
Yeah, that's what we were always told, like, growing up. If you're driving, and I know in my driver's ed class, they covered tornadoes, and, like, you have to, if there's a ditch, because I live in Iowa, dude, there's ditches everywhere. Ditches along the side of the road. You get to the ditch, and you lay down in the ditch, which is terrifying to think about, like, doing. You get out of your car and then get in a fucking ditch and a tornado's coming. Yeah, it's so wild to think about how that would fucking happen. I would be so scared if a fucking tornado was coming at me in that capacity.
Unfortunately, none of these options are guaranteed to protect you, and your choice should be driven by your specific circumstances.
Nothing's guaranteed? That's dumb. You can't tell me I have to get in a ditch and lay low and it's not guaranteed. I need a foolproof plan, okay? Stop, drop, and roll. It's a foolproof plan with fire.
The bottom line is overpasses are not safe shelter areas.
Well, I hope you guys learned something there, because I actually didn't know that until I watched the movie, and I didn't know if that was bullshit or not. But apparently, overpasses are not safe shelters. So, see, we're learning stuff here on Not Worth the Time today. I kind of want to learn. I kind of want to keep watching these. I don't know if this might be a 2-part episode where we watch all the different videos and learn about fucking tornadoes, guys. I think we're gonna do that. We learned that we don't lay in a. We learned that we don't go under underpasses this episode. I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger, and we'll do the next one on next episode. But in that case, guys, go over to punninggame.com, and that's where you can find the archive of this entire podcast. If you need more of this kind of content in your life, punninggame.com's got it for you. We got this show, Not Worth the Time. We got Who Gives F with myself and Nathan. We got the back catalog of all the shows we've ever had on the website. Got hundreds of hours of podcasts and stuff for you to listen to over there, so check that out. If you like to watch me struggle to read stuff and see my dumb face as I vamp about nothing, go over to youtube.com and go to Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. You can find this show. You can find Who Gives a F, the video versions of these podcasts, clips of the show. You can also find clips of my stand-up sets. You can find all sorts of stuff. Lots of entertainment over there. So go hit subscribe. Check that out. And then, guys, if you'd really like what we do here at punninggame.com, you like the content I put out, you like the content Who Gives a F puts out, go over to the Punning Game shop on punninggame.com, where you can get yourself t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punninggame.com. And don't forget to use the promo code NWTPOD. That's NWTPOD, and that gets you free shipping at checkout, guys. Free shipping at checkout, and supporting us, and we really appreciate it. Just watching this stuff really helps. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new people who have been subscribing to YouTube. Hope you guys are still enjoying the content and stuff. So thank you to everybody who enjoys the shows. Really appreciate it. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. This has been Not Worth the Time. Remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.